Hello and welcome to another video. Today I'm going to talk about shifters. Especially we're gonna talk about this one. It's the one from CAE Shifters in Germany. I think it's called the, Ultra Shifter. Yeah, and frankly it is. It's quite expensive though. It's I think about 850 euros, somewhere around that. Depends on if you wanted it to have in black like this or just raw aluminum. And this one is the shift knob. And the shift knob you can have in a few different colors. This one is red for a customer. Mine, which is already in the car, is green. I just got with green because, yeah, I like some green details on the car, like the belts, the seat belts are from Takata, which are green, and the net that replaces the rear seats has also the green stitching. That's why I got the green one. And I had a green race car before, so I just added some small green details. Now, let's talk about the differences between the CAE and the standard shifter. One of the most obvious is it sits much higher than stock, and it's also very close to the steering wheel. And it just looks racy. So you've already been faster with this in the car just because you look so much faster. Not really. But it just shortens the shift length. So you don't have any slack when shifting. It's a huge difference to stock. Honestly, I know the company for a couple of years. I know the owner of the company. Yeah, long story, but we know each other for a while, and I always wanted to have one of their shifters in my car, but I never had a car which was a manual, so now is the time to get one. And honestly, for me it wasn't my highest priority because it really doesn't make the car go faster around the track. Maybe a little bit, because you can shift, I don't know, half a millisecond faster than with stock, so you may gain a tenth over a whole lap. I don't know. Maybe it's more. We'll see. But it wasn't very high up on my priorities list. It wasn't my first thing I wanted to change on the car. Yeah, and that's why it was not on top of my priorities list. I wanted to do the basics first, and when we're done with the basics, which we are now, I wanted to add some cool, fun stuff like this shifter, because it changed the way the car feels. We had a few customer cars with a few different shifting solutions. One had just a short shifter in it, the Foresight, I think, which already shortened the shift length. Yeah, but it doesn't change the slack you have in the stock shifting system. The stock shifting isn't bad, not at all. It's, I think, one of the best shifters I've ever had in a stock car. For the price of the car, I think it's a fabulous shifter. But I had a customer who already had installed this, and I just sat in the car and shifted forth and back, and yeah, that was the time I knew I need one of these. And so I ordered one. We got it, I think, last week, and I put it in this week someday. And fitting is possible at home, so you don't need a lift or anything. You can do it at home but you need a few tools, which makes it a lot easier for you to work on it, and you need good light. That's basically everything you need. And you may need a little bit of time, because it took me, I think, 3.5 hours to install it and to have it perfect set up, because it takes a little while to get it adjusted correctly. But that's a thing we're gonna take a look inside of the car. So yeah, I think it's a little bit lighter, maybe not that much. Oh wait, let me weigh it. So the stock one is 1.37 and this one is 1.21. So it's an astonishing 150 grams lighter, which makes your car faster, obviously. Yeah, that's not gonna change anything, not at all. But it's a great piece of kit, really. And as I said, installation took me about 3.5 hours, and you need a little bit of experience with working on a car in a very close environment, because that's what you're gonna work on. So let's hop in the car and take a look how it is. So, and this is it inside of the car. As you've seen, I've gone with green. The shifting knob is not only screwed on top of it, but it has also a bolt which secures it. So it's very, very safe. Let me just show you real quick how close it is. So as you can see, you don't really move it very much, and it's very close to the steering wheel, so you don't have a very long way to go, and it's also very high up, so you can just transition from the steering wheel to this one. It keeps the stock H pattern, obviously, and it's very defined, so you don't have any, and you barely have any slack in the shiftings. They are very solid. But one of the things you need to see is down here. You have here these little screws in here, where you have to set up the shifting mechanism, or how it's gonna engage and how it's gonna work. That takes a little bit of time, but it works very well. Yeah. So that's basically how it is. So that's it for this video. I hope you liked it. I will add some footage of the racetrack, of course, where you can see the shifter in action. But I just drove a few meters around the block, and it already shifts. It's a very cool experience, and I know it's not cheap, not at all. It's quite the opposite of cheap, but I think it's worth the money, and it was a great add-on. If you have done nearly everything to the car like I have, it's very nice to have this on top. Is it necessary? I don't think so, but it's a cool add-on and I really do like it. So that's it for this video. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Goodbye.